Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Richard's podcast land. And today we'll be having Arianna Ratner is going to be our guest for the interview. But before we get started, how are you doing today so far?
I'm good. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing very well. It's such an honor to have you here in my podcast series. I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
You're very much welcome. I have a lot of questions to ask you about your career and some simple stuff. But further ado, let's get started, shall we? So here's my first question. How is it like to become a voice actor in many video games that you voiced at?
It is very fun. I mean, um I've been doing it for about 15 years. So I love it. And video games I'm lucky to do mostly in my career. So it's very fun. I love it.
Well, that's very great to hear. I'm glad
Yeah.
you're enjoying it so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your answer leads me to the most important question that has to be asked. How did you became interested in acting and what inspired you to pursue this as your career? Since where did this all started?
I started acting when I was little. I was a child actor, kind of grew up in the industry. My dad does voiceover, so I kind of grew up knowing about voiceover. And then I was a child actor, so I did like TV and film when I was little, and then took a lot of theater in middle school, went to like an arts high school, like a conservatory arts high school. And then I went to NYU for theater, like got a BFA from there and thought I wanted to do on camera and theater. And then I moved back to Los Angeles and just kind of realized that I really liked voiceover and wanted to do that more than I wanted to do on camera. So but I base like everything, my teaching, my personal acting and everything in my theater training and traditional acting techniques, basically, along with like the voiceover classes and stuff I've taken over the years, the techniques.
Well, that's really great to hear. I'm glad to hear your whole acting experience so far. Speaking of theater, do you have a favorite role that you played at your local auditorium? Like which one do you like performing in front of your whole audiences? It could be any role, any.
Let's see. I mean, I really liked in college, I played Alice in Closer. I produced a production and cast a production of Closer. Um, and I played the main girl. So it's also a movie, but it's a really good play. And so I really liked that play. It was great.
Well, I'm really glad you're enjoying it so far. I mean, the theaters are one of the best, like literally one of the best opportunities that everyone wants to perform in front of the whole audience to give them joy and happiness. Trust me, I'm still in
Mhm.
college trying to get my theater degree, just like when you had. Hopefully, someday I could get to be an actor just like you and your co-stars. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
That's very
Okay,
cool.
yeah. Okay, next question. Have you ever took any voiceover workshops after you accomplished your whole acting skills, after you accomplished your whole theater stuff?
Yeah, I've been taking voiceover specific classes for, the last like 15 or so years. Taken like with pretty much like most people that are kind of reputable in terms of taking, in terms of voiceover training, and kind of taken what I learned from them, incorporated into how I see, like, to see what works for me, and how I approach my voiceover work. Also, like, I teach, so kind of like, taking things and learning and incorporating that into my teaching. So yeah, I mean, I basically taken with like everybody that, I recommend. I think coaching and classes and casting director workshops is really the way to um improve as an actor, because just to continue, like, never being too too big to take class. Like, I know people who are huge and will still take classes because they know they're never done, and this industry is so competitive that you can't ever be complacent or be like, I'm so good, unless you're really, the lead on 10 animated series at a time. You're probably still feeling hungry, like, for more, so you want to just keep training and keep improving your chops. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, voiceover workshops could be really expensive because some of them could cost around 300 or $420. What I do recommend for people is wait until 2 or 4 years until they're ready because if they spend all their money in the voiceover workshop with no experience, boom, their cash is no more.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it definitely, I mean, I think training should come first before anything because there's not really anything to do before training. Training is the first step.
Yeah.
Like demos are not the first step. Demos are like demos people somehow over the years have become like the step, second step, whereas demos actually should be the step before you are with an agent and or when you're ready to be with an agent and when you're ready to self-direct, because self-direction is the hardest part of our industry. So if you can't self-direct, you shouldn't be doing a demo because then you're gonna, if you somehow use that demo and got with an agency, then you're gonna get auditions every day and you're gonna be having to self-direct. So you have to do that training initially. It is really expensive. There's lots of ways to, do more affordable training. There's like workout groups you can get feedback from that are more affordable, like $20-$30 workouts. I teach a workout every week, a character workout at Real Voice LA. It's like $30. So there's people who do it weekly or every few weeks. And then it's less expensive and you're getting feedback and it's like a class, but it's just a little bit cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah, true, honestly. Like
hmm
when you mentioned demos, how long did it took to make your first demo reel before you could submit it to one of your agents?
I mean, that's hard for me because I literally made my first demo when I was probably 10 years old, because I've been doing it for so long. But a demo should last you about 5 to 8 years. Like it should be that good. Like you are ready enough that in 5 years' time you won't be like, oh man, I sound absolutely awful. I'm so embarrassed by that demo. It should last you that long. So you should be at the place where you are, skilled enough to have a demo that lasts that long. So I can't say for myself because my first demo was when I was little because I was a voice actor when I was little as well. Um, but yeah, I mean my last demo, I just did a new animation, new video game demos, and my last ones are from probably like 8 to 10 years ago. So I definitely needed new ones, but because my voice has changed. But demos, yeah, they should last you a long time because they're expensive. You shouldn't if you are paying less than $1,000 a demo, it's probably not a legitimate demo producer, basically. So it's inexpensive, it's an investment. So that investment should last you like years, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I do recommend the people to wait a little while longer because
Yeah.
don't ever rush to make your first demo reel because once you go to your local recording studio and just spend all of your money
hmm
will be gone, just like how you spend on voiceover workshops without any experience, like I mentioned. Because making a demo reel is very challenging, Trust me,
hmm
it is.
Yeah, it is for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. How is it like being the voice of Sorbet Shark from my favorite video game, Cookie Run Kingdom?
It's very fun. I didn't know about Sorbet Shark before I got the job, and I didn't audition for the job. I just know the casting director. They knew I could do it, so they just brought me in and so I didn't know what I was doing. So I walked in and they played me the original voice actor, and they were like, "Okay, so Sorbet Shark mostly makes this underwater sound and then talks when they're underwater." So I was like, okay, hopefully I can do a sound. And then I gave them and they liked the sound. So it's really fun because every sorbet session is mostly just doing the sorbet shark sounds, but there's some lines as well, which is really fun to play the scenes as well. But yeah, I love it. It's a really fun and the fan base is so fun and so sweet. So yeah, I love Cookie Run.
Yep. Cookie Run
Yeah.
Kingdom is one of the best games. Like Sorbet Shark, he's one of the most toughest characters to earn because I'm still in level 3 trying to earn the characters, but
Mhm.
earning the characters and stuff could lead me to whole time because I have to defeat all the monsters and stuff during your.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, next question. How is it like being the voice of Belshazzar in The Lost Ark?
It's great. So Belshaza, I've been doing for a couple years. It started probably in like 2020 or 2021 is when I first started doing Lost Ark. So it was a couple years, like every so often I would have sessions. Um, and I had no idea how big the game was, how what it was. And I mean, I love playing evil characters. I often play vampires and dark characters, dragons and things like that. So I mean I always love and am drawn to those dark characters. I don't know why. But yeah, it's really fun. I love a lot of my friends are in the game with me and um so yeah, I love it's very fun.
Yeah, I'm really glad you're enjoying it so far. Hopefully, I could still get the game soon, and hopefully someday I could get to hear your voice as
Hmm.
one of the vampires. Is she? I think she is a
She's not a
vampire.
vampire. She's not
Oh,
a vampire,
oh,
but I
oh,
do often play vampire. Like I've played vampire. She's very evil. So she's like a vampire. But no, but I've played a lot of vampires is what I meant.
yeah. Okay, next question. Have you ever been to like Comic Cons where you watch the Q&A with the voice actors of how they got their career in voiceover?
I haven't been to Comic-Con. I would definitely go as voice talent. Like I think you have to be asked and so if someone in the from a certain con wanted me to come, they can ask for me to come. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it would be really fun. I have a lot of friends who do the panels. Yeah, it seems very fun.
Yeah. Hopefully, if there's a chance you could get to be a guest in the whole Comic Cons, because there are some fans that are really looking forward to meet you as a huge fan of your work. Trust
Yeah,
me.
I would love to. Well, tell if there are, then tell them to request me at their local con, and then I can go.
Yeah. Yep. If there's a chance, if God notices. But we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next. Okay, sorry. Final question. What voiceover roles would you like to voice in the future? It could be like Marvel, Star Wars, Demon Slayer, or something. It could be anything you want to voice. Yeah.
Um, that's hard. I mean, in terms of like what I like, I'm a very big Harry Potter fan, so being in the Harry Potter game would really be fun for me. I auditioned for a lot and I don't I have never been in it. So for me, since I love Harry Potter, I would love to be in that. I mean, as like some sort of like leading role would be like I'd love to be in like a Last of I mean, I think Last of Us 3 is being made right now, but I'd love to be in like Last of Us 3, something like that, something like very real, like game like that, or like a Call of Duty. I'd love to be in Call of Duty. I mean, Spider-Man 2 was definitely like a game that I would have died to be in, and I got to be in it, so it was awesome. I'd love to be in like the Wolverine game that's gonna come out. So hopefully I'm in Spider-Man 3. Yeah. So
Yeah. Say, speaking of Spider-Man, did you play like one of the additional characters in the game?
yeah,
I
so I did.
think.
I played a bunch of so my main thing that I kept going in to do was the one of the cultists. So the cultists that fight Spider-Man. I don't know if you played it yet, but the cultists that hate Spider-Man that worship the flame. Um, I played one of the cultists. So that was like my most most sessions I would go in and play the cultist, but you can't really know who I am. But I also play like Anna Kravinoff. But she's just in like one part, but I think hopefully her part will be bigger in Spider-Man 3. Someone told me that. But then I just do a bunch of so like when we go in, we often will have our main role, which my main role was the cultist. And then they'll have us do a bunch of NPCs. So I played like um a like park ranger. So I think if you go on one of I forget what it is, but you can find me in one of the parks and talk to me, and she's kind of this like gruff park ranger. I play I'm like a bunch of different characters. So they'll just have you like voice random NPCs all over the place. So I'm all over the game. I just don't, have they don't all have names.
Well,
Yeah.
that's really great to hear. Those opportunities in Harry Potter, hopefully, if there's a chance, will God notice you, but twice again, like
Yeah, I
always. But
hope so.
yeah, but we'll see in
Yeah.
the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that is it for this episode. Thank you so much, Ariana, for joining here in my podcast. I really
Awesome.
appreciate having you here.
Thank you for having me, Richard. It was really fun.
Yeah, it was. I hope you have the I hope you have a great time and I hope you enjoy the rest of your holidays since
Thank you.
Thanksgiving and Christmas is coming around.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, and remember, stay positive, stay awesome, and stay happy for all of your fans and your co-stars. All right? Take care,
Will do.
Ariana. You
Thank you
too.
so much.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, I'll see you later.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.